Hello everybody, my name is Christian and welcome back to Christian's Weather and Forecasting. Today we're going to be looking at a multi-severe weather outbreak that is expected across through the deep south into portions of like Texas and into the Gulf states and what follows after that. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So here we are on day one, and we do have a slight risk of severe weather stretching from portions of central Texas, North Texas, into portions of central Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas, and into portions of western Missouri. A marginal risk stretches a bit further out through that, even including a little area of Arkansas and Louisiana, and then that general thunderstorm risk stretching all the way through Arizona and into California. This tornado risk, 5%. The one towards the southern part of Kansas and to the central part of Texas, as well as that 2% stretching where we're seeing that slight risk at. This is mainly driven by all the risks. So once again, tornadoes, we have a 15% wind threat. So with that, we'll get down to the hypnosis in a second to read that. And then a hail threat, which is has a significant tag towards portions of the 5% tornado threats. And for this, if we scroll down to the summary, scattered severe thunderstorms are possible into parts of the overnight southern Great Plains and into the Ozark Plateau. Once again, you can pause to read the hypnosis if you wish. As we speak, which I'll get to in a minute, this event is happening. So if you're in this area, make sure like 6:40 Eastern, which is what it is right now as I'm recording this, make sure you're keeping an eye out on these storms. These storms over through day 2 will once again re-strengthen, bringing a secondary slight risk of severe weather, stretching from portions of Florida into Alabama, Mississippi, Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Texas. So multiple states under the gun, marginal risk even stretching to portions of Tennessee, portions of Missouri, once again into kind of the central Oklahoma area, and all the way even into portions of Georgia. These thunderstorms will stretch as far as even into portions of Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky. Tornado threat for this, once again, a major 5%, so we're going to be looking at a possibility of there to be some tornadoes touchdown. 2% where we're seeing that marginal. The wind threat, 15%, and then that hail threat is 15%, more towards the western side of the slight risk, but once again has that little significant there. And then the eastern side, where we're seeing portions of like Mississippi, Alabama, tornado wind, not as much hail as we're seeing over there as we're seeing for the other two. For the summary, scattered severe thunderstorms capable of producing tornadoes, damaging winds, and large hail are expected from parts of East Texas / Oklahoma, across portions of the lower Mississippi Valley into parts of the central Gulf Coast states on Friday afternoon into Friday night. This one, I'm going to go on a limb, say that this could possibly be upgraded to an enhanced risk, just depending on what it does. That's just what I'm saying, not saying that's going to happen, but it kind of looks like it could possibly do that. Once again, if you want to pause and read the hypnosis, you can do that now. And even as we're moving into portions of day 3, this event is still going to continue moving eastward as it re-strengthens. Slight risk stretching from portions of Georgia, North Florida, Alabama, South and North Carolina. Marginal risk stretching up even into portions of the Virginias. Probabilistic of this being anything is a 15% where we're seeing that slight risk, of 5% where we're seeing that marginal risk. And the summary, scattered severe thunderstorms capable of producing both tornadoes and damaging winds appear possible Saturday across parts of the southeast and into the Carolinas. You can pause the video to read the hypnosis right here if you wish. And so here we are on the pivotal weather model, and we're going to kind of go through these storms that we're going to see and then the future. So right now, if we look towards Texas, Oklahoma, portions of Missouri, you can see these storms kind of firing up as we move into the overnight hours towards the morning of the 8th. These will move through towards the secondary slight risk as we move throughout the afternoon hours into the evening. Will once again approach as we move to overnight hours of the 9th into the third slight risk. That low front sitting here, some storms once again impacting portions of the Ohio Valley, the main part of it being severe towards the south, towards Florida. This will move off to the east, and towards the 10th, this storm will still be making impacts. It will bring snow to portions of the eastern, northeastern Canada, down here towards Maine, possibly turn into a snow event if we see that temperature drop enough, and that will wrap around towards the back with even some more lake effect snowfall before that eventually moves off to the east coast. Now, we're going to back out just a little bit Towards the 11th, we will have a system, 11th and 12th throughout that night there, we will have a system towards portions of western Oregon and Washington that will kind of just slam into portions North California, western Oregon, Washington State. Will bring some heavy snow to portions of those higher elevation areas towards Idaho, Montana, portions of Nevada and Utah, possible even into Colorado, where we're seeing that low front pop up. And this will once again spark somewhat of a weather event towards the 14th and the 15th. Some storms up here towards the north, possibly backed by with some snow showers, maybe even some freezing rain possible. This will turn into a little bit of a squall line event towards the 15th, but before we get there, going to back up just a little bit. Towards the 14th, we will have a secondary area down here with a low front formed towards the south, towards Texas, Oklahoma. Will possibly bring a possibility of that severe weather potential. This will overall move towards the 15th, towards the Gulf states once again. Portions of the Ohio Valley could possibly see some severe weather as well. And towards the 16th and into the 17th, that will continue to move off to the East Coast. So here we are on the temperature model, the height anomaly, and I kind of want to go through kind of what's happening. Right here we have, if it will load, we have a jet stream kind of right here, and what is happening is that is bringing some moisture out of the Pacific Ocean towards Mexico. That is moved through, and when these temperatures kind of right here, they get together, kind of forming out right here, they are starting to collide and bring a possibility of that severe weather potential. And as we move off through the next couple of days into the 8th to the 9th, you can once again see these temperatures kind of push through, and that is what's causing that severe weather potential. The temperature model is kind of a little bit weird for this one. It's the middle of it's going to be the middle of March soon, so it's going to be kind of back-to-back craziness. We have a cold front towards the East Coast that will move off to the East Coast once again, with that temperatures dropping towards the end of that severe weather event. Will bring a possibility of those snow showers, possibly even that lake effect snow. As that moves out, we will have a warm front move through the East Coast, a cold front trying to push through the West Coast. This could possibility over the next couple days, so where it's slamming into Texas, bringing those little showers that we've seen in the last model, will bring that possibility of severe weather once again, and that will eventually move out with another cold front right here, sparking off some more storms. So here we are on the radar Omega model, and we can see right here that with these storms popping off towards portions of southern Kansas all the way into central Texas, we have a severe weather warning, a severe thunderstorm watch in effect. If you want to, you can pause the video to read this. Just going to scroll through it real quick. Has everything from aviation to what to expect. The probabilities is the main thing that people like to look at, though. The tornado threat for this in general is a low 20%, so tornadoes not exactly expected once again as we're moving into the evening overnight hours. The wind threat, moderate 40% with a 75% mile per hour wind risk at a low 20%. The main threat for this storm is hail. So once again, more hail driven where we're seeing that significance, and the tornado thingy I think just went off. Okay, that little notification, I have notifications alerts on. It was another severe thunderstorm warning. We have that high at a 90% for the overall severe hazard risk. And we do have severe thunderstorm warnings in effect anywhere from to the west of Oklahoma City, down here west of Dallas, towards portions of south of Abilene. So this event once again is popping off. It is here. We also have a mesoscale for flash flooding to be likely towards portions of Dallas, Tyler, Shepherdsville, Paris, Benison, all those areas. And a little area up here, once again, storms popping off up here. And we do actually have a tornado warning in effect. I didn't see that. This is also a great time to say that you can follow my Twitter for live updates for tornado warnings and things like that. But if we do zoom into this tornado warning, you can see that with this little couplet, there is a good amount of rotation in it. You can see it right here, the green and the red mixing. So always good to learn about it this way. With this storm in itself, there's also a pretty well-defined hook echo. You can see it right here. So this could possibly bring a tornado. There's a storm chaser right here, so I'll keep an eye on it to see if I can catch anything off of his camera. Well, it is possible. But while it's loading, we're going to go into the NAM 3K model, and we're going to kind of walk through what will happen throughout the next couple days about the time frame to expect it. So here we are about 2 o'clock. You can see you have these general rain showers around here, to even into portions trying to move into Kentucky. But you can see towards like 5, 6, 7 p.m. these storms will start firing off in the watch zone. This will move into 10, 11. These storms will strengthen, kind of form into somewhat of a squall line by 2 a.m. These will hopefully, for the most part, die down before hitting 6, 7 in the morning when that secondary slight risk starts moving into effect. This will form kind of like a bow echo squall line of storms, and that throughout the whole day, 2, 3, 4, 5 will begin moving through. These will start breaking up for the most part about 6 and 7 o'clock from what the model is showing, before kind of growing again in strength as we hit the morning hours, and throughout that just moving off to the east coast will once again bring a possibility a little secondary squall line towards the afternoon evening hours, and that will, for the most part, the severity by 3 a.m. on the 10th will have moved out from the most part. Up here towards the north, rain event once again could be possibly backed by snow. For the Ohio Valley, if we're moving back just a little bit, we have the possibility to see some rain showers tomorrow morning. That will move off, and then throughout the whole day tomorrow, just possibility of there to be some rain. Not really much anything severe though, and by the 9th into the afternoon, the storms will have moved off for the most part. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you're in the warning zone, watch zone, anything like that, make sure you're staying safe. You have ways to receive alerts and things like that. Once again, make sure to follow my Twitter, link in the description. Also, an update about a computer. I should have a computer coming within the next couple of weeks. So once again, the lag, you can see some of the lag, that'll hopefully be eliminated if it does what I think it should do. So streams more often, things like that will get this channel on the roll with so much less lag, so I'm very excited to announce that. But that's all I have for you guys today. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.